In the twilight realm between waking and sleeping lies a doorway that few have fully crossed. The gateway to dream mastery that Carl Jung discovered holds the secret key to understanding the seemingly random nature of existence. This forgotten knowledge, deliberately obscured by centuries of materialistic thinking, represents perhaps the most powerful spiritual technology available for reclaiming conscious control over your life's direction. What if the chaotic events, coincidences, and patterns you experience daily aren't random at all, but direct communications from your deeper self waiting to be decoded? Ancient civilizations worldwide recognized what modern society has forgotten, that dreams aren't merely nighttime entertainment, but sophisticated training grounds for soul development and reality manipulation. Jung's revolutionary work revealed that those who develop the ability to maintain conscious awareness during dreams gradually notice something extraordinary happening in their waking hours. Synchronicities multiply, meaningful patterns emerge. From chaos, and life itself seems to respond intelligently to their deepest intentions. This represents nothing less than the activation of dormant human potential that connects individual consciousness with universal creative forces. What makes this approach particularly transformative is that it requires no external authorities, expensive tools, or exclusive memberships, only the commitment to explore the vast inner dimensions available each night during sleep. The esoteric science of dream control bypasses the rational mind's limitations, allowing direct access to what Jung called the collective unconscious, that vast repository of wisdom, archetypes, and creative potential shared by all humanity. Through this connection, you begin perceiving the invisible energy patterns and frequency fluctuations that inform physical manifestation, essentially viewing reality's blueprint before it solidifies into experience. The journey we're about to embark upon explores precisely how mastering the dream state transforms life from seemingly random chaos into meaningful dialogue between various levels of consciousness. We'll examine Jung's most powerful techniques for dream recall, lucid dreaming development, shadow integration, and active imagination, all designed to dissolve the artificial boundary between dreaming and waking awareness. This ancient knowledge, updated through Jung's psychological framework, offers nothing less than liberation from the limited perception that keeps most people trapped in patterns of unconscious reactivity rather than conscious creation. In the depths of our nocturnal consciousness lies a transformative potential that few have fully realized. Carl Jung, through decades of exploring the uncharted territories of the unconscious mind, discovered that dreams aren't merely random neural firings, but gateways to profound spiritual enlightenment. The dreamscape represents a parallel dimension, where the soul communicates through symbols, archetypes, and metaphors that transcend ordinary waking awareness. The process of learning to control one's dreams, what modern practitioners call lucid dreaming, was for Jung a sacred initiation into the mysteries of the self. When we begin to recognize patterns within our dreams and assert conscious influence over their direction, we activate dormant spiritual technologies buried deep within our psyche. This sacred knowledge, once reserved for shamans and mystics, offers a direct pathway to personal transformation and inner alchemy that reshapes our entire experience of reality. What most seekers fail to realize is that the seemingly chaotic nature of waking life mirrors the uncontrolled dream state. The synchronicities, coincidences, and patterns that emerge in our daily experience often appear random, only because we haven't yet recognized our unconscious mind's role in co-creating our reality. By mastering the dream realm, we develop what Jung termed active imagination, a powerful visualization practice that extends beyond sleep into our everyday consciousness. The ancients understood this connection between dream mastery and life mastery, embedding this wisdom in mystical codes and esoteric teachings throughout history. When we examine the secret teachings of ancient Egyptian dream temples or the Tibetan yogic sleep practices, we find remarkable similarities to Jung's discoveries about the transformative potential of conscious dreaming. As we delve deeper into this forbidden spiritual knowledge, we begin to recognize that the boundaries between dreaming and waking states are far more permeable than modern rationality would have us believe. Within the mysterious realm of dreams, archetypes emerge as universal guides that illuminate our path to self-realization. Jung identified these powerful psychic structures as primordial images inherited through our collective unconscious, cosmic blueprints that appear consistently across all cultures and times. When we encounter the hero, the shadow, the wise elder, or the divine child in our dreams, we're not merely experiencing personal symbols, but connecting with ancient energetic patterns that have guided humanity since time immemorial. The fascinating aspect of dream archetypes is their autonomous nature. They operate with their own intelligence and purpose. Unlike ordinary dream figures that may represent aspects of ourselves or daily concerns, archetypal beings possess a numinous quality that resonates with spiritual vibration and universal consciousness. They often appear when the soul is ready for significant transformation, acting as interdimensional beings that bridge our mundane awareness with higher spiritual planes of existence. Jung discovered through his extensive work with patients that individuals who learn to identify and consciously engage with archetypes in their dreams experienced remarkable shifts in their waking lives. Problems that seemed random or insurmountable suddenly revealed hidden patterns and solutions. Many reported sensing a guiding intelligence behind life events that previously appeared chaotic or meaningless. This perception shift demonstrates how the dream realm functions as a laboratory for spiritual technology, allowing us to decode the metaphysical truths governing our existence. Developing a relationship with these archetypal energies requires a form of sacred attention, a receptive awareness that honors their wisdom without trying to control the encounter through rational analysis. Jung encouraged his patients to practice active imagination, visualizing continued interactions with these figures, even while awake. This practice creates energetic portals between dimensions of consciousness, allowing the higher wisdom of these entities to flow into our everyday reality. As this connection strengthens, synchronicities increase, and life's apparent randomness transforms into a meaningful dialogue between worlds. In the mysterious landscape of our dreams, perhaps no archetype carries more transformative potential than the shadow. That repository of repressed desires, unacknowledged traits, and rejected aspects of self. Jung discovered that confronting this hidden dimension within the safe container of the dream state creates a powerful alchemical transformation, unlike any other spiritual practice. When we avoid this essential inner work, the shadow projects itself outward, making life seem chaotic and filled with random negative encounters that are actually reflections of our unintegrated darkness. The recognition of shadow content in dreams often comes with distinctive energetic signatures, intense emotions, moral discomfort, or fascination with dream characters we find disturbing yet compelling. These encounters represent a sacred invitation to reclaim fragmented aspects of our soul energy that have been lost through societal conditioning and psychological defense mechanisms. The seeming randomness of life's challenges frequently stems from these disowned elements operating autonomously beneath conscious awareness, creating patterns of self-sabotage and recurring difficulties. What makes dream work with the shadow particularly potent is that it bypasses the conscious mind's resistance mechanisms, allowing direct access to suppressed wisdom that cannot emerge during waking hours. Jung documented numerous cases where patients experience breakthrough healing after consciously engaging with shadow figures in their dreams, often through visualization techniques that maintain the dialogue between conscious and unconscious aspects of self. The resulting energy frequency shift creates vibrational control over previously automatic patterns, illuminating how randomness is often misperceived order. The ancient initiations of mystery schools worldwide invariably included structured encounters with the aspirant's shadow aspects, recognizing that spiritual liberation remains impossible without this crucial work. Modern practitioners often find that as they develop dream control techniques, shadow material emerges with increasing clarity, offering opportunities for profound integration. This process gradually dissolves the veils of illusion, separating us from our wholeness, revealing that quantum spirituality requires embracing both light and darkness within the sacred geometry of the complete self. The phenomenon, Jung termed synchronicity, meaningful coincidences that cannot be explained by conventional causality, represents perhaps the most compelling evidence that mastering the dream state transforms our experience of reality. These are causal connecting principles often begin appearing with startling frequency once we establish regular communication with the unconscious through dream work. What previously seemed like random chance events suddenly reveal themselves as part of an intelligent cosmic energy flow responding to our inner development. Jung documented countless cases where images or symbols from patients' dreams manifested in waking life shortly afterward, sometimes in ways that defied statistical probability. This phenomenon illustrates how the frequency manipulation skills developed in lucid dreaming create ripple effects across the fabric of reality itself. As the barriers between conscious and unconscious minds become more permeable, we activate dormant metaphysical control mechanisms that allow us to participate more directly in shaping our experience through resonant frequencies rather than mere physical action. The esoteric science behind synchronicity reveals that the universe operates more like a vast dream than a mechanical system, responsive to meaning, intention, and symbolic resonance in ways that transcend conventional understanding. Ancient traditions worldwide recognize this principle, developing sophisticated spiritual technologies for working with these invisible realms. Their suppressed wisdom included techniques for recognizing how dream symbols function as activation, codes that program the energetic matrix underlying physical reality, effectively allowing initiated practitioners to bend probability through sacred energy flow. When we cultivate awareness of the synchronistic patterns emerging between our dreams and daily life, we develop an internal guidance system of extraordinary precision. This divine resonance connects us to our highest purpose, revealing that the apparent randomness of life events often conceals a deeper order waiting to be perceived. The interdimensional beings Jung identified in the collective unconscious become active participants in our journey, offering assistance through symbolic communications that bridge worlds. This cooperation with higher forces brings a profound sense of meaning that transforms even difficult circumstances into opportunities for soul evolution. The ancient practice of dream incubation, deliberately programming dream content to address specific questions or challenges, represents one of the most practical applications of Jung's dream theories. Temple sleep was once practiced throughout the ancient world, from Greece to Egypt, with dedicated sacred spaces where seekers would retire with focused intention to receive guidance through dreams. Jung discovered that this technique activates the etheric body's receptive capacities, creating conditions where universal consciousness can communicate tailored wisdom through symbolic imagery. What makes dream incubation particularly powerful is its direct access to the manifestation blueprint, underlying physical reality. By planting conscious intentions at the threshold between worlds, we engage with reality at its quantum level, where possibilities remain fluid before collapsing into specific outcomes. Practitioners report that regular dream incubation gradually eliminates the perception of life as random, revealing instead an intelligent response system that aligns synchronistic opportunities with their deepest intentions, essentially demonstrating that reality itself possesses qualities of consciousness that interact with our own. The spiritual technology of dream incubation operates through vibrational entrainment between our conscious intentions and the universal codes governing manifestation. Jung noted that dreams incubated with clear purpose often produce responses of uncanny precision, sometimes offering solutions to problems that had resisted all conscious efforts. This process works by temporarily suspending the filtering mechanisms of the rational mind, allowing direct communion with what ancient traditions called the Akashic records, the informational field containing all knowledge and possibilities across dimensions. Modern research into consciousness expansion validates what mystics have always known, that dream states represent privileged access points to non-local information and heightened manifestation power. By cultivating specific brainwave patterns, at the hypnagogic threshold between waking and sleeping, practitioners can maintain conscious awareness while accessing transpersonal fields of information typically unavailable to the rational mind. This practice gradually dissolves the artificial boundaries between dreaming and creating, revealing that both processes operate through similar metaphysical principles of energy manipulation and symbolic resonance. Jung's revolutionary concept of the collective unconscious revealed that beneath our personal dreams lies a vast shared realm containing humanity's accumulated wisdom across millennia. This discovery challenged the notion that dreams are merely individual phenomena, positioning them instead as potential gateways to ancestral knowledge, future insights, and spiritual dimensions transcending personal experience. Dream adepts, throughout history, have accessed this reservoir of universal consciousness, tapping into sacred geometry patterns and energetic templates that inform all creation. The fascinating aspect of collective dream exploration involves encounters with autonomous intelligence that seems to exist independently of the dreamer. Jung documented numerous instances where patients reported identical symbolic experiences, despite having no contact with each other, suggesting access to shared spiritual planes with consistent inner topographies. As dream control develops, practitioners often report navigating these collective realms with increasing precision, discovering hidden dimensions containing solutions to challenges facing both individuals and humanity at large. Ancient civilizations developed sophisticated techniques for navigating the collective dreamscape, preserving these methods in initiatory traditions and mystical codes designed to activate specific brain centers during sleep. These suppressed wisdom traditions understood that dream mastery represented not merely personal development, but cosmic citizenship, responsibility for co-creating reality through conscious participation in the shared dreaming that generates consensual experience. Modern practitioners rediscovering these techniques often report sensing guidance from interdimensional beings who appear to function as guardians or teachers of these transpersonal realms. The practical implications of accessing the collective, unconscious through dreams extend far beyond personal insight, potentially offering solutions to seemingly intractable global challenges. Jung believed that the increasing disconnection from this shared wisdom contributed significantly to modern crises, as humanity lost touch with the self-regulating intelligence available through dream communion. As more individuals developed the ability to consciously navigate collective dream dimensions, new possibilities emerge for harmonizing human activity with deeper cosmic patterns, potentially healing the artificial separation between consciousness and nature that underlies many contemporary problems. The revolutionary technique Jung called active imagination represents the crucial bridge between dream mastery and conscious reality creation. Unlike passive daydreaming or unstructured fantasy, this disciplined practice maintains full awareness while opening dialogues with the autonomous figures and energies of the unconscious. Through this alchemical transformation process, practitioners learn to maintain the receptive, fluid consciousness of dream states while fully awake, effectively dissolving the artificial boundaries between sleeping and waking awareness. What makes active imagination particularly potent is its ability to bypass the rational mind's filtering mechanisms that typically prevent direct communication with deeper wisdom. By cultivating specific brainwave patterns associated with the hypnagogic state, the transitional consciousness between waking and sleeping, practitioners create energetic portals, allowing bidirectional flow between dimensions of awareness. The resulting dialogue with archetypal forces generates profound insights unavailable through intellectual analysis alone, revealing patterns and connections that transform one's entire perception of reality's structure. Jung documented remarkable healing outcomes when patients mastered this technique, particularly regarding conditions resistant to conventional approaches. The activation of the etheric body during active imagination sessions facilitates energy frequency adjustments that can dissolve long-standing psychological and even physical blockages. As the practitioner develops greater vibrational control through regular practice, synchronistic events increase dramatically in daily life, demonstrating the direct relationship between inner symbolic work and outer manifestation patterns previously misinterpreted as random occurrences. Ancient esoteric traditions worldwide recognize similar principles, developing practices like Tibetan deity yoga, shamanic journeying, and various forms of ritual visualization that create controlled, altered, states-bridging worlds. These sacred technologies all share fundamental recognition that consciousness itself represents the primary creative force in reality, capable of manipulating energetic patterns that subsequently manifest as physical experience. By mastering the waking dream state through active imagination, we reclaim our inherent capacity as conscious co-creators, transforming life from seemingly random chaos into meaningful participation in cosmic unfolding. The ultimate significance of Jung's dream work extends far beyond psychological healing into the realm of conscious evolution, the deliberate acceleration of human development through spiritual technology. Dream mastery represents a critical activation point in this process, awakening dormant capacities for reality perception and manifestation that transcend conventional limitations. As practitioners develop consistent control of dream consciousness, they increasingly recognize that the same principles govern waking reality, which gradually reveals itself as a collective dream susceptible to conscious influence. The mystical codes embedded in dreams connect us with what ancient traditions called the divine blueprint, the underlying sacred geometry patterns informing all creation. Jung observed that individuals who developed fluency in dream symbolism often experience spontaneous initiations into deeper spiritual awareness, accessing dimensions of consciousness previously available only through rigorous esoteric training. These experiences frequently trigger Kundalini awakening or similar energetic activations that permanently transform the practitioner's relationship with conventional reality, revealing its fluid, responsive nature beneath the appearance of solidity. Perhaps most significantly, mastered dream consciousness provides direct experience of the soul's existence beyond physical limitations, what esoteric traditions call the astral plane or spiritual realm. This experiential knowledge of consciousness continuity dissolves existential fear and connects the individual with their highest purpose through direct communion with aspects of self not limited by three-dimensional constraints. The resulting spiritual liberation creates increasing immunity to external manipulation through fear-based control systems, as the practitioner recognizes their essential identity with the creative forces underlying all manifestation. The suppressed wisdom traditions of numerous ancient civilizations preserve techniques for using dreams as evolutionary catalysts, recognizing their potential for accelerating collective consciousness development. Many contemporary spiritual seekers report that consistent dream work gradually activates a form of quantum spirituality, direct perception of reality's vibrational nature, and the creative power of focused consciousness. This expanding awareness reveals that life's seemingly random elements actually represent a complex interdimensional dialogue between various aspects of self, transforming everyday experience into a meaningful journey of soul expansion guided by the higher wisdom accessible through the dreamscape. As we've explored throughout this journey into Carl Jung's profound understanding of dream consciousness, the veil between our sleeping and waking realities is far thinner than most realize. The ancient wisdom that Jung reintroduced to modern psychology reveals a fundamental truth. When you develop mastery over your dream state, the seemingly random nature of life transforms into a meaningful dialogue between your conscious and unconscious mind. This spiritual technology unlocks dormant potential within each of us to participate actively in reality's creation, rather than remaining passive observers of seemingly chaotic events. The path of dream mastery represents not merely self-improvement, but a sacred initiation into higher dimensions of being. By learning to navigate the archetypal landscape of the collective unconscious, integrate shadow aspects, recognize synchronicities, and practice active imagination, you reclaim your birthright as a conscious co-creator. The energetic frequency shifts that occur through this work gradually align your personal vibration with universal consciousness, dissolving the illusion of separation that underlies most human suffering and limitation. What makes this knowledge so revolutionary is its accessibility to anyone willing to develop these innate capacities. Unlike systems that rely on external authorities or complex rituals, dream work offers direct, experiential wisdom through the doorway that opens each night during sleep. As Jung discovered through decades of clinical work, those who commit to this inner journey invariably experience a profound transformation in how they perceive and interact with reality, moving from confusion about life's apparent randomness to recognition of the intelligent patterns guiding personal and collective evolution. If you found value in these teachings, I invite you to subscribe to our channel for more explorations of forbidden spiritual knowledge and ancient wisdom, traditions. Share in the comments which aspect of dream consciousness most resonated with your own experience, whether it's shadow integration, synchronicity recognition, or archetypal encounters. Our next video appearing on your screen delves even deeper into Jung's methods for activating the etheric body and expanding consciousness beyond physical limitations. This continuing journey reveals how the mysteries of the soul transcend conventional understanding, offering pathways to spiritual liberation that have guided seekers throughout human history.